Hi, I'm Gail Sokol and welcome to my kitchen. If you remember on a previous video, I did the 3 dessert sauces that you cannot live without, and here they are. Creme anglaise, which is our beautiful vanilla custard sauce, raspberry sauce, and chocolate sauce. So you can see that other video on how to make these. These are chilled. These are ready to go. And now we're going to be plating some beautiful desserts. I have some beautiful desserts that I've made, and we're going to show you how to plate them. So the first thing I've done is I put them in a squirt bottle. Now squirt bottles, you can get them anywhere. You can get them online. You can even use a mustard bottle or something that you would squirt ketchup out of. Whatever you want to do, you can do. So very, very easy. And they come in all different sizes, teeny ones and big ones. And I also like to have some toothpicks, and these are really large ones. These are large picks, but you can get little teeny toothpicks. You can even use a butter knife if you want to, or a sharp knife, anything you want. So the first thing you're gonna do is come on over. I have a small plate. I'm not gonna plate my dessert on this. I'm going to test my sauces just to see if they're the right viscosity, the right thickness. So I'm just gonna put that down there. Yeah, it seems nice and thick, and I can sort of see it's viscous, it's not watery, and I'm gonna put it next to my raspberry sauce. That looks nice and thick too. And then my gorgeous chocolate sauce, also known as ganache. Beautiful. All right, they have passed Chef Gail Sokol's test, so now we're ready to plate. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm going to get a blank canvas. Voila. The blank canvas. And I like to use a dinner plate because I get to do more saucy stuff that way. So I'm going to start. You can do anything you want in any order you want, but I love to start with the creme anglaise as a backdrop. So I'm going to put some creme anglaise in here, almost like a little circle. All right, you can do anything you want depending on what your dessert is. I've got a few things I'm going to plate, so if you go around, you can sort of move the plate around, sort of like you're driving a car, the steering wheel. And then I'm going to take some of my raspberry sauce, and I'm just going to make this the simple one. So I'm just going to make little dots. Little dots. And maybe you've done this. This is super easy to do. I call this my hearts. You can do as many as you want. And then I take my little pick, and I'm just going to put my pick right through the creme anglaise and going through clockwise or counterclockwise any way you want. And you can just see if you go around, you can make these little hearts. They're really, really pretty. And then once you make a heart, then what I would do is plate my dessert. So let's get one of our beautiful chocolate cakes and bring it on over and plate it. Oh, look how gorgeous. So that actually takes something that might have been very simple, a simple chocolate cake. It doesn't even have hardly any icing on it. It could be a brownie. It could be a little ball of ice cream. And you have elevated it to another level. Gorgeous. All right, onward, another blank canvas. So what I'm going to do now, and this is a lot of fun. Again, I'm going to take, you can fill the whole plate if you want to, but you want to see your beautiful creation, so you do want to see the dessert underneath it or over, next to it. So what I'm going to do now, this is such a fun thing to do, and you can do this with kids. You can do this on your own, but I love it. My guests will come in and watch me. Just going to go around, and we're going to go make concentric circles. And if it breaks a little bit, that's okay. Just fill it in. And another concentric circle. All right. And if you want to do a little one there, that's fine. And then I take my pick, and I'm going to go out and in and out and in and out and in and out and in and out, almost like a spider web. Okay, there you go. And then I'm going to plate it with perhaps a beautiful little brownie. Okay, so let's do that. Look how pretty that looks. Yum. And it just elevates it. It just makes, it sort of takes that little black dress and it adds pearls or a little, you know, diamond necklace to it. It just really pops now. And all it is a brownie. Super easy. Another blank canvas. So let's see what we're going to do now. All right, so now we're going to do some swirls. These are my favorites. So let's get some of that chocolate sauce in there. All right. So I'll make a little round, and you can make this any shape you want. I'm just going to go around a circle. The creme anglaise is a beautiful viscosity. It's really nice. And I'm going to just make sure that my, sometimes ganache or the chocolate sauce will get a little thick. Let's just check it out and see how we do. So I am going to go round, okay? And then maybe make another round. And don't worry if you mess up a little bit. You can see I made a little bit of a mess there. Don't worry about it. It's not a mess. It's just your own personal creation. Now watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to go swirly, swirly, swirly. Oh, look how pretty. Look how pretty. And just keep going around in a circle and you are done. Now, if you want the opposite color in the middle, you can do something like this. Little raspberry sauce. Okay. And just wipe off your pick. If you notice, I'm wiping it off with a wet paper towel. Just make sure that, you know, it's staying mostly clean, and then you can actually do another round of your raspberry. All right, so pretty, so pretty. And let's put a caramel maple walnut tart next to that. Let's do that, which I've powdered, put some powdered sugar on. Oh, it's just gorgeous. Isn't that gorgeous? And if you got that at home, what an incredible dessert. All right. Who needs a restaurant? You can do it yourself because it's super simple to do. All right. Another blank canvas. Now watch what I'm going to do now. I'm going to blow your mind. So what I did was I made like a hot water bath. So I took like a couple inches of water and I put some chocolate in here. It could be dark chocolate, it could be white chocolate, anything you want, and I melted it. So I'm going to make sure there's a lot of condensation under here, so I have a kitchen towel there for a reason. I'm going to pour this into the sink and get rid of it, and I'm going to wipe underneath this because you don't want any water into your chocolate because it will cause it to seize up. And it's warm. You can let it get to a little bit of a not closer to room temperature because you don't want it to firm up, but you want it to cool down so it's not too hot. Now the next thing I'm going to do, and if you know how to make this is parchment paper, and if you know how to make a parchment cone, you can do some really fun, cool things. You can even sort of personalize your desserts. So this is a right triangle, not to bring geometry into this, but right triangle, there's your 90 degrees, there's your hypotenuse, all right? And I just took this, I made this out of parchment paper. You just make a right triangle any size. You can even make them bigger than this. And you want to take your hypotenuse in your hand, and I'm going to put my back to you so you can see how I fold this. So my hypotenuse, I'm going to grab my tip, fold it down, and sort of make a cone. You see what I'm doing? Bring the bottom up and pull it together. And you can see inside, if you really can get right inside, you can see there's almost no hole. It's almost completely closed on there. And that's what you want right now. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in a glass. All right, and I'm going to fold this in so it sort of stays the way it is. So it stays into this little cone shape. And if it doesn't stay, you can actually tape it. But if you put it in here, it should be okay. All right? Because I said that, it wasn't okay, but it's going to be okay. Now, the next thing you do is you can take a little scissor and you're going to cut the bottom so that you can make that opening larger. So right now we want to fill. So we're going to fill it with chocolate. All right, not too full. Not too full. All right, just enough that you're going to be able to do some painting. And if you have an artist in the house, let them go after it. Let them go at it, because they can do anything they want and paint it out of chocolate. Forget paint. Chocolate is the thing to do. Now I'm folding. See what I'm doing? I'm folding it down just to make a tighter seal. All right, and now I'm holding it. I'm left-handed, so I'm holding it like I would a pen or a marker. And I see it's got a little bit of a hole underneath because it wasn't totally sealed. That's fine, but it's not big enough. So I'm going to take my scissors and right over the cup and do this upside down, and you get chocolate all over. And I'm just going to cut a little baby tip off. A little tip of it, okay? And you can test it and see. Let's bring our tester over and see if the chocolate, yeah, that's great. And I'm going to make a flower. So come and see my flower. All right, and I'm not going to make it too big. You can make it as big as you want, but watch. I'm going to make a flower. And just do whatever you want. Whatever you want. As many petals as you want. And then I love to make a little stem. And then stop. Okay? So that's what I like to do there. And you put this in the fridge. And after you put it in the fridge, you're going to see what we're going to do. But before we put it in the fridge, I want to do one more for you. And I'm going to write chocolate. So let's write chocolate on here. So you can write someone's name. You can write the word of whatever you're serving, chalk. Oh, you got to make sure you get the spelling right. Get the spelling right. All right, and just write it down. Go nice and slow. Make sure your penmanship is good. All right, and cross your T. And you have chocolate. And then your dessert, you know, is chocolate. Watch this. Nothing says chocolate like a chocolate cake with chocolate on it, right? Isn't that cool? Now, watch what I did with my flour. So my flour's here. It's still very soft, so I put it in the fridge, and I have one. It's nice and hard, and you can see that it's not going to be moving around. All right. So what I'm going to do is take this one. I'll put this in the fridge so I can decorate that later. And now watch what I'm going to do. This is so cool. So you're going to take your raspberry, because we already have the chocolate theme going, and you're going to fill in. So I'm going to take, let's do raspberry in this one. So just be very careful. It's sort of like coloring between the lines. You just want to make sure you don't go outside the line. And if you have enough raspberry sauce, just sort of move it around a little. You can even take your pick and do it. So I'm not going to do any more there. See what I'm doing? I'm just moving it around. Isn't that pretty? And then you're going to take your creme anglaise. Go easy, because this might come out a little faster. So be easy on that. Okay, that's all I need. I'm going to take a new pick for that. And I'm just going to spread that out. Oh, is this gorgeous? Okay, and then I'm just showing you what you can do. You can do any color you want. All right, there we go. And I'm just going to do this one too. And then I'll fill in the others with creme anglaise. Okay, so spread that. Oh, can you see where I'm going with this? Look how pretty. Look how pretty. And then my creme anglaise. Again, have an easy hand when you do this, because it can come out pretty fast. And then we're going to put our caramel maple walnut tart on here. Now, I think that is gorgeous. That is gorgeous. I'm going to put this right here. Oh, isn't that stunning? You can do this. Anybody can do this. A kid can do this. This is super simple. So I hope you've enjoyed this video on how to plate and make your desserts look like $1,000,000. So for the caramel maple walnut tart and the fudgy chocolate cake, there's a link that will be in the description of this YouTube video, and you can go to it and see how it's made. Until next time, I'm Chef Gail Sokol.